Floundering off the coast of a mysterious and uninhabited island, a ship, as if by magic, is suddenly buffeted by cyclone winds and crashing waves. Aboard the ship is the King of Naples, his son Ferdinand, and other members of the royal court.
Come away, my servant. I'm ready. Approach, my Ariel. Come!
All hail, great master. Brave sir, hail. I come to answer thy best pleasure. Be it to fly, to swim, to dive, and to fire, to ride on the curved clouds. Do thy strong bidding, task Ariel, and all quality.
Hast thou performed a task, the Tempest, that I bade thee?
To every article, I ordered the king's ship. Now on the beak, now on the waist, the deck, in every cabin, I flamed from amazement. Hold the dreadful thunderclaps.
My brave spirit, but who was so firm, so constant, his coil would not infect his reason?
My soul felt a fever of the man and played some tricks of desperation. All but Marinus plunged in the foaming brine and quit the vessel. Then all fire with him. King's son, Ferdinand, with Harry staring, then like reeds, not hair, was the first man that leapt, cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here!"
That's my brave spirit. But was this not nigh shore?
Close by, my master.
But are the Ariel safe?
Had perished. Almost a staining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. In the south space sea, and troops I dispersed about the isle. The king's son I had landed by himself, one that cooling the air in a rather odd angle of the isle, sitting, his arms in this segment.
And what of the king's ship and the mariners? Say how thou hast disposed of the rest of the fleet.
Safely in harbours the king's ship, and the deep nook once thou did call me up at midnight to fetch dew from the still vexed Bermudas. Ah, there she's hid, and are upon the Mediterranean float, bound sadly home from Naples, supposing they saw the king's ship wrecked, and his great person perish.
Ariel, thy charge exactly as before. But there's more work.
Oh, is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed to me.
How now, Moody? What is thou canst demand?
Oh, my liberty.
Before the time be out, no more.
Pray thee, remember I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, made me no mistaking, served without grudge or grumblings, thou did promise to make me a full year.
Dost thou forget from what a torment I did free thee?
I do not, sir.
Thou liest, malignant thing! Hast thou forgot that foul witch Sycorax, who with age and envy was grown into a hoop? Hast thou forgot her?
Oh, no, sir.
Thou liest! Where was she born? Speak now!
Oh, Sir Algius.
Was she so? I must once in a month recount what thou hast been, that thou forgetst. That damned witch Sycorax, through mischiefs manifold and sorceries terrible, to be heard from human hearing in Algiers, thou knowest was banished. But for one thing she did, they would not take her life. Is this not true?
Aye, sir.
This blue-eyed hag was with upon with child and left here by the sailors. Thou, my slave, as thou reportst thyself, was then her servant, and painfully she imprisoned thee there for 12 years, in which space she died, and left thee there to vent thy groans as fast as mill wheels strike. And this island, save for the sun that she littered here, a freckled whelp, hag-born, not honored with the human shape.
Yes, Caliban, her son.
That very Caliban who is now in my service. Do you remember when I found thee? I heard your cries, I opened the pine, and let thee out.
Oh, and I thank thee for it, master.
If thou more murmurs, I will rend an oak and peg thee in thy knotty entrails till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
Oh, pardon, master. I will be correspondent to command and do my spiriting gently.
Do so, and after 2 days, I will discharge thee.
That's my noble master. What shall I do? Say what shall I do?
Go be like an into the sea. No sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go take this shape and hither come in it. Go hence with diligence.
I go.
By your art, my dearest father, you have put the wild waters in this roar, allay them. Oh, the sky, it seems, would pour down stinking pitch, but the sea, mounted to the welkin's cheek, dashed the fire out. Oh, I have suffered with those I saw suffer. A brave vessel who would no doubt some noble creatures in her dashed all to pieces. Oh, the cry did knock against my very heart. The poor souls, they perished.
Be collected. No more amazing. Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the day!
No harm. For I have done nothing but in care of thee. Thee, my dear. Thee, my daughter. Who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, that I am no better than Prospero, and I no greater father.
More to know to never meddle with my faults.
It's time I should inform thee further. So lie there, my heart. Like thine eyes, have comfort, for thou must now know farther.
You have often begun to tell me what I am, but stopped and left me to a bootless inquisition, concluding stay, not yet.
The hour's now come. The very minute bids thee open thine ear. Obey, be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came unto this cell? I do not think thou canst, for thou wert out 3 years old.
Certainly, sir, I can.
12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since. Thy father was Duke of Milan, and a prince of power.
Sir, are you not my father?
Thy mother was a piece of virtue, and she said thou wast my daughter. And thy father was Duke of Milan, and his only heir and princess, no worse issue.
Oh, the heavens! What foul play had we came from thence? What blessed was we did?
Both, my girl. By foul play, as thou sayest, we were heaved hence, but blessedly hauled hither.
Oh, my heart bleeds to think of the teen that I turned you to, which is from my remembrance. Oh, please you farther.
My brother and thy uncle, called Antonio. I pray thee mark me, that a brother should be so perfidious. Of all the world I loved, to him put the charge of my state. The government I cast on my brother. Into my state grew stranger, being transported, wrapped in secret studies. My false uncle, once being permitted how to grant suits, how to deny them, who to advance, who to trash for overtopping, who created the creatures that were mine, I say, or else changed them or new formed them. Holding both the key of officer and office, he set the hearts in the state to whatever tune pleased his ear. That he was the ivy that hid my princely trunk and sucked my verdure out of. Thus neglecting worldly ends, dedicated to closeness, bettering of my mind, to be so retired, all prized, all popular rate, and my false brother awakened an evil nature. My trust, like a good parent, did beget of him. Falsehood in its contrary, as great as my trust was, which indeed had no limit. Confidence stands bound. In us being lauded, dost thou hear?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
Have no screen between this party played and him he played it for. He needs will be absolute Milan. He, poor man. My library was duped and large enough. The temporal royalties he thinks me now incapable. Confederates so dry he was for sway with the King of Naples. To pay him annual tribute, do him homage, subject his coronet to his crown, and bend the dukedom, yet unbowed, alas, poor Milan, to most ignoble stooping.
Oh, the heavens!
Mark the condition, and the event, and tell me this might be a brother.
I should sin to think but nobly of my grandmother. Good wombs have borne bad sons.
Now the condition. King of Naples being an enemy to me inveterate, hearkens my brother's suit. In lieu of the premises of homage, and I know not how much tribute, that they should extirpate me and mine from the dukedom, and confer Famelon with all honors unto my brother.
Alack, I not remembering how I cried out then, will cry it o'er again. It is a hint that brings my eyes to it.
Hear a little further, and I'll bring thee to the present business, house which appalls, without the which this story were most imperfect.
Wherefore did they not that hour destroys us?
My tale provokes that question. In few, they hurried us aboard a bark, and bore us some leagues out to sea. They prepared the rotten carcass of a baron, not rigged, no tackle, sail, no mast. Very rats had instinctively quit it. There they hoist us to cry to the sea that rolled to us. The side of the wind, whose pity sighing back, did us but loving wrong.
Alack, what trouble was I then to you?
Oh, our charity. Thou wast that did preserve me. Thou didst smile with fortitude infused from heaven.
How can we assure?
By the grace of God. The nobleman who had been charged with abandoning us to sea had a wife named Gonzalo, and out of her charity provided us with fresh water, food, as well as rich linens, clothes, and other such supplies that have helped us over the years. Knowing I loved my books, she prized me with volumes from mine own library that I prize above my dukedom.
But I might but oversee that lady.
Now I rise. Sit still and hear the last of our sea sorrow. Here on this island where we landed, have I, thy schoolmaster, made thee more profit than other princesses can, who have time for vainer hours and tutors not so careful.
Heavens, thank you for it. But if you please, sir, for still 'tis beating in my mind, your reason for raising the sea storm.
And thus far forth. By accident most strange, bountiful fortune now, my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to this shore. By my prescience I find that my zenith doth depend upon a most auspicious star, whose influence, if not I court, but omit, my fortunes will ever after droop. Here, cease more questions. We will visit Caliban, my slave, who never yields us kind answer.
'Tis a villain, sir. I do not love to look on.
As 'tis, we cannot miss him. Let us fetch our wood, make our fire, certain other businesses that profit us. What ho, slave Caliban!